Pokemaniacs, welcome back! Today I wanted to showcase this item that is no longer available at your stores, at restocks. It's basically an item that you gotta either buy online or find it in a local card shop. It retails at market for about 40 bucks, and this amazing Marnie's Morpeko promo card, it's at about 30 bucks. It was 45 at one point, but it's kind of leveled off around 30 bucks. I think in the future it might gain some traction and increase in value, just like most Pokemon product. But back in the day, I saw this and I didn't realize to the extent that this item is a really cool item, again, because of the promo card, mainly. So I passed up on it months back when it was at many restocks. I just kind of didn't know about it until the more recent Mega block had released the Haunter and the, I think it was Diancie promo cards in the 2 battle decks that you can still find at restocks. I didn't realize that this battle deck had basically an illustration rare card in it. I didn't realize that. So obviously months later, I learned about it and I said I have to get this at some point. So I bought it the other weekend on TCG Player. There was a deal, like whatever purchase you make, you get 10% of TCG credit. So I got $4 in credit, like big deal, but I just kind of used it as an excuse to just look this up. Like, yeah, I remember I wanted it a while ago. I'm going to get it. So we're going to open it up really quick and show you guys what's inside. Again, it probably retailed when it came out, I want to say 15 to 20 bucks, give or take. So as you can see, this, pretty much more than doubled in value. And it didn't come out, it came out not too long ago. So you never know if you're not really fluent in the Pokemon hobby, like I wasn't at the time, you might miss out on an opportunity, but I don't want to wait for this to get even more expensive as time goes on. It's one of these things that was in the back of my mind with all the crazy Pokemon product that comes and goes, and it's always something new, like every other week or two. I never forgot to pick this up, so yeah, I could keep it sealed, but I really want to just take it out and look at the card. And these were quite common back in the day, so it'll probably take either a market manipulation for a long time for this to really, as a sealed product, increase in value. I think the card might go up, and in turn, this would go up. So, and this is also a great item if you want to learn Pokemon, learn how to play the TCG, which we covered when we opened those other 2 Mega Battle decks. Gosh, it seems like a month ago or so on the channel. So if you're interested in these battle deck things, we opened up it was the Mega Gengar, Mega Diancie box, but in the Mega Gengar box was the illustration rare of Haunter and the illustration rare of Meloetta, I believe. So inside this, yeah, this is a little different for what I normally do on the channel. Because usually I cover recent stuff. Every now and then I'll throw in some like old sets, like Sword and Shield era, for example. But yeah, this guy came out with his deck too. I think there was a Bedlam illustration rare. I'm not really a fan of that card. Yeah, the fact that I'll show you, there's a card right there. I think it's Steven's Bedlam. It's a cool looking card if you like Steven and Bedlam, but and that's not as popular, obviously. These come in there again. This is for playing the TCG game. And this is a cool little deck box. Gotta give it to Pokemon. They come up with a pretty cool product. And I believe these cards are all promos, not just the Morpeko. The Grimmsnarl, I believe, is stamped with a promo. And this is a really cool coin. I don't think I've seen coins of trainers. I don't recall ever seeing one of these. I'm sure they exist, of course, but this is a cool coin. I like this coin. So we got the code card. So yeah, I was on TCG Player. I've bought stuff off there before. Never had any issues. I mean, it's just like anything, you buy online, there's a risk. With TCG, it's kind of like eBay, but for trading cards, obviously. And I did look at this through the package. Ooh, it is pretty well centered. Let's go. It might be a tad thicker on the left. Oh, good. I was looking at it in the box, and I was like, oh no, it looks off center. Again, I'm not going to grade it probably, but it's just nice to know that you have a card that's pretty clean, at the very least from centering. That's kind of where you got to start. And you look at the corners, make sure there's no imperfections with the corners. And let's take a look. This is such a beautiful card. It's funny because I literally remember seeing this and nobody wanted it and it just sat there. Yeah, it's a little bit off center. The top to bottom seems okay. with the left to right. I think it's a slight, I mean, it still might get a 10. It's not that far off. Beautiful. Look at it. It's just, the colors pop. The Morpeko looks so cute. You got the trainer, Marnie sitting with little Morpeko. It's a beautiful illustration rare. I just never realized back in the day. Let's see, there might be a little bit of lightning on the corners. I mean, the centering looks pretty good. It would just be a matter of, as long as there's no surface imperfections, which I'm not gonna bore you guys and look at. I think people probably look at these under certain light and have a magnifying glass type of thing, which is probably what they do in the grade. But look at this card; it's really cool, and you can go buy the card for about 30 bucks, give or take. So, very, very happy to add this to my collection. I love this card. In fact, I want to actually put it in a top loader. I don't know. I like cards with trainers, and I just think this card is just beautiful. Maybe it's just the colors speak to me. I truly do think it is a beautiful card. I'm not a big Morpeko fan, but he's obviously, he or she, I'm not sure, whichever gender it is, it's a cute Pokemon. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Pikachu, Very beautiful card. I love this card. This is one of my favorite cards. That's why I bought this deck, because I love this card. And we also, almost forgot, we've got two Marnie's Grimmsnarl EX. Again, they're promo cards because they have the little Marnie face stamp right next to them. And I think Grimmsnarl is actually a very playable card in the actual TCG game. There are people that play Marnie decks, and I believe that's kind of a current thing right now. So, again, if you're interested in, getting one of these decks, you can probably just straight up go and use it and play the actual card game with these cards. Let's take a quick peek and see what's actually in the deck. Obviously, it'll be a lot of energy. So we'll kind of quickly go through the energy. And there's a trainer, a rare candy, Iono, Buddy Poffin, Ultra Ball. Oh, there's Pokemon. So it looks to be more of like a dark deck. Says that's steel. Yeah, it's dark. Steel is gray, duh. Oh, there's Morpeko! Haha. And it looks like all the cards have the Marnie face on this. I don't know if all of these cards are considered promos because they got the little Marnie face on it. Probably are, actually. So that's pretty cool that they do this. I like this. Again, this is for anybody that wants to just learn the game, you go ahead and straight up start playing with this deck. That's awesome that they do this. And the fact that there are, let's just call them chase cards, promo cards in these, it will help the sale, which I think helps people want to learn the game. So I personally don't have a lot of time to learn that. We all have busy lives and things that go on, but it's really cool that it comes in this little deck box. I think that's a great idea that Pokemon's done that. And so yeah, hopefully they come out with more of these decks. I know, when the Mega Gengar, Mega Diancie decks came out, and I don't know if at this point they're still really sought after, but collectors are just standing in line just for those decks because of the illustration rares inside of the box. So, cool product. Check it out if you guys want to. And of course, there's the Stevens Bedlam illustration rare and the Stevens deck that came out with this deck. I'm not sure how many months ago it was, but it was fairly recent, so at least it was this year. So guys, cool, thanks for watching. Just want to kind of show you guys a different type item, and again, I love this card. Let me know in the comments what you think, and smash the thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you in the next one. Woo!